What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Bernicia. If you guys are new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and join the family real quick. Now, did you guys get an opportunity to watch Bad vs. Wild? The first episode just dropped this past Sunday. And honey, there was wigs flying, titties out, pussy popping. It was a lot going on this past Sunday on this show, okay? I don't know if Nick Cannon was really ready for this, because the Wild and Out he used to is not what this show was, okay? It was real live in effect, okay? But let me go ahead and run down everything that happens. So let me bear with me, guys, because it was a lot to watch. So hopefully I caught everything. So anywho, I want to start off by saying I love the narrator. Courtney B did her shit. She made shit more entertaining, if you ask me. She actually helped, you know, me as a viewer to know what the fuck was going on, because there was a lot going on stage at certain points, but because of Courtney B's commentary, you know, I was able to keep up just a tad bit, okay? So the show started. Lenny brings his little scrawny ass out there, and he's like, you know, doing an intro or whatever. And I kind of felt like they should have kept him away. Like, he shouldn't have been trying to do the intro, bitch. Like, listen, if you're gonna have Nick Cannon as the face of this situation, you should have brought Nick Cannon out. Let him did the intro, okay? Because his intro was a little bit long-winded and a little bit boring. So there's that, okay? What I did like, though, is that they had to put a big artist come out and do a performance before the show started, okay? So you had Glorilla. Glorilla came out and she killed it, right? But I had to strain my eyes a little bit. I had to really look at the TV. I had to rewind it back and pause it, because I could swear that one of her dancers was pregnant. Now, I don't want to be funny about this situation, but if that girl was a whole 9 months pregnant up there popping that shit, listen. Homegirl was dropping it like it's high better than me, and I ain't even pregnant. So, I mean, I can't really be mad at that, but it was just kind of like, okay, ghetto. This what in the ghetto? What in the ghetto? Like, girl, you about to have a whole fucking baby. You up there popping and dropping it and locking it and stopping it. I was scared that the girl was going to go into labor, but she stuck with the choreography. She did damn fucking good, okay? So, I ain't even mad at it. It just kind of fucked me up for a split second. All right? So, anywho, things really got started when the teams came out, okay? So, Natalie's team come out first. Natalie's team, of course, represent the bad side, right? And then the wild side, which is Team Joseline, you know, they come out afterwards, right? So Natalie comes out, Nick Cannon, Natalie's group come out. Nick Cannon asks Natalie, you know, who your girls are or whatever. And he was like, you know, they don't need no introduction, which they really don't, because let's be honest, y'all. Baddies is lit right now. So if you don't know who the cast members are, you just simply aren't watching. But judging from that 171 million views that Zeus has reached, I'm assuming that most folks are watching, okay? So these girls are known. It was when Joseline was asked to introduce her girls that, you know what I'm saying? They kind of rubbed me the wrong way, okay? So don't get me wrong. When both teams came out, it was a lot of intensity. Prior to both teams coming out, you know, they did show that there was some background beef between the two girls. They showed how both girls were shading each other on social media and all the what-whats, okay? So this was a long time coming, right? The energy was very intense when both teams made it to the stage. It was like, you know, Joseline girls coming out, Lauderdale ho, and then, you know, you got the baddies coming out, baddie, shot o'clock. You know, they getting the shit hype, but the energy, it was very tense, okay? Back to Joseline and her not introducing her girls. Like, I get it. This is war. Y'all know, y'all in a tense, tight spot, sort of, kind of. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like this is one of the things that I don't like about Joseline. She likes to try to take all the spotlights. Okay, she likes to be the center of attention, and even if that means throwing her own people under the bus, because I feel like these girls should have had their moment of shine and acknowledgement. Okay, but for those of you who don't know the girls who were with Joseline, she had Egypt, Danny, Spin, and Andrea. Okay, and Precious. Those were the girls that were with her. Okay. Unfortunately, Justin's show wasn't as popular, so we didn't get a chance to really see. A lot of you guys may not know these girls or who these girls are. Okay. But yeah, like I said, the energy was crazy. Both teams just standing up there, mean mugging each other. And then there was this one part where Tashiki was off the side and she was telling some bitch to not stand by her man. Why you standing by my man? I was wondering who she was talking to. I'm assuming it was one of the Caberet girls. I'm not sure, but she was getting on some bitch about not standing to her man. I'm wondering if you guys caught that. That was right when the teams came out and or whatever. Here's Tashiki off on the side talking mad shit. Okay, but Tashiki is a whole nother story. And she kind of, to me, she really annoyed me for the most part during this episode. So we'll get into her. So the teams going back and forth against each other. Joseline keep throwing shots at Natalie. She starts throwing shots at Natalie. She's telling Natalie, oh, she's making motions and gestures, imitating somebody playing with themselves. And she was doing that because there was this video that went viral. I want to say it was Stunner Girl, but I'm not sure who it was exactly that released a lot of videos about Natalie and Scotty. Okay, so now the video in question is too explicit to put on here. It's a lot going on there, but I do have a 9-second clip with some screenshots between Automac and some other person. I'm assuming Stunner Girl, because I believe that's who released all of this. But honey, you can see for yourself a little bit of what's going on there. So yes, the video in question is in fact a real video. It's out and about. We all most of us have already seen it. If you guys haven't seen it, go find that shit yourselves. But yes, so this is facts. It's an OnlyFans video out there with her, in fact, playing with herself that way. I told y'all in the beginning of this season, of Baddies East season, that Natalie looked like a fucking dominatrix. And this was way before I didn't even know the bitch had an OnlyFans, because she's married. That's a whole nother story. But I didn't know she had an OnlyFans. So when I said that, I really looked at that motherfucker and I saw that freaky shit. She just got this freaky look about her. You could tell she get down. That's all I'll say. So yeah, Joseline going in on Natalie about that. Both teams, jugging at each other. Taseki was unusually fucking unruly. She was acting the same way that she was acting at the Baddies auditions, and that's the first time that I had seen her, aside from when she appeared on the show with her sister. And that behavior is the same behavior that made me not like her originally. Okay, it wasn't until she made it on Baddies that I started to like her. I started to see that there was a different side to her, and she wasn't just as ignorant. But that right there, that behavior is that damn sure Kashawn behavior. I did notice that with both teams going back and forth with each other, I do like the way that Joseline's team, the girls on Joseline's Caberet, were way more composed. Okay, they were way more together than the Baddies. The Baddies kind of showed their ass off and acted ignorant, and I kind of, and I was a little bit surprised at that, because I'm like, y'all supposed to be bad girls, and then people like to look down on dancers and scrippers and all of that, which Joseline's team members, they are mostly like ex-scrippers and dancers and shit like that. People love to look down on women like that, but those girls did carry themselves with a lot more decorum for the most part than Natalie's team. So anyway, the games start. Tasheki, her energy just disrupted the show. So the first game that they did 3 games in total. Okay, they did the pole challenge. They did this challenge where they had to do the task or script. They also had a Keeper the Stack, okay? And that's kind of where the show got real fucking wild. But anyway, they did the pole challenge game first. Joseline team 8, of course. You know, when it comes to certain shit, of course they're going to win. I think the game should have been a little bit more structured, though. I think if they would have been a little bit more structured, perhaps we would have been able to get through the games. But whatever. Oh, and did you guys peep how when they were doing the pole challenge, Jayla jumped up. Okay, so like the girls from the Baddies side were fucking horrible. Okay, Rolly was everywhere. When she showed her ass, everybody almost fucking died. Like it was just a mess. They were looking a hot mess when they were trying to do the pole challenge. But Joseline got real excited when Jayla got up there and her ass tried to do the pole challenge and looked like she got fucking stuck on a pole for a split second. But Joseline got a glimpse of that cooch and she was like, oh no, you need to come on this side. I thought that was I just found that funny. And I also, for a split moment of time, you could see some camaraderie, like they forgot that they were beefing for a split second. It's like, you know, the game was actually getting excitement from both girls, okay? From both sides. All right. So they did the challenge game, where you had to do the challenge, or you know, the next game you had to like do the task or whatever, or you had to take something off. Of course, Joseline team pretty much seemed to have 8 when it came to that one too. And then the last game that they managed to get to was Keeper the Stack. Now, Keeper the Stack, that's when shit really got real, this last game, okay? So the objective of the game was for one team member was to ask the other person from the other team member a question, right? And the other team member, that person would then have to answer that question honestly, all right? If they answered it honestly, they got a stat. They got a point, okay? So the game started. Natalie was the first person to be questioned, okay? Now, I'm going to just say this. Joseline did not play the game fair, okay? Because she was supposed to have asked Natalie the questions and then let Natalie answer. And then Natalie was supposed to return the favor, right? So she asked Natalie about, Natalie about the OnlyFans video. She asked Natalie about, do she own her show? And then she asked Natalie, it was another question about, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say it was about Scotty eating her out or not, something on Natalie on OnlyFans or something like that. She kept running around, being fucking extra as fuck, running around doing all kind of extra shit, right? And so when it was Natalie's turn to ask questions, so Natalie answered the questions. Before I get to Natalie, she answered the questions, right? She said that she owns her show. She said that her OnlyFans, she does OnlyFans, and her OnlyFans make $10 million. And I was just like, whoa, your OnlyFans make $10 million? I mean, I seen the video. I don't know if it was $10 million worthy. I don't know. But homegirl said she made $10 million, right? So then, it was Natalie's turn. So Natalie asked Joseline about, no. Before Natalie was able to answer her question, this is why I say Joseline wasn't paying it fair, because Joseline just wouldn't let her get her turn. She just kept on talking shit. She was like, oh, what are you going to ask me? About Coke? Everybody knows I do Coke. I love Coke. Do you have Coke? She started running around asking everybody to have fucking Coke and shit, being a damn, a clown. And to be honest, she was funny as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. Like, Joseline was funny, okay? But, when Natalie finally got a chance to ask her question, she asked Joseline about eating out Mimi, right? And when she asked her the question, she's like all in Joseline's face, like, you know what I'm saying? Real boozy and rowdy. Y'all know how Natalie do. Natalie like to get all in bitches' faces. Well, unfortunately, she got in the right bitch face because Joseline mushed the shit out of her ass, right? So on cue, everybody started fucking fighting. It was just, everybody jumped up. Precious ran up on Natalie. Rolly got jumped by Danny and Spin. Here goes Scotty trying to come over. She's like, let me help my friend. I know this one thing about Scotty. She's always was trying to fucking save Rolly. Okay, I noticed that. Child, it was a mess. Tashiki punched the shit out of Spin. I seen her ass just. And then Egypt, she off on the side of the stage, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she just ain't for the fight. And I get it. I get it. I sit over there too, bitch. I'm not going to be with y'all wild as animals. But unfortunately, I don't know what the fuck she said to Sheki, but Sheki was going off on her ass. And to be honest, that would have been a good ass fight. I mean, did y'all see the way that Egypt put them paws on Daisy ass? Don't get me wrong, Daisy can't really fight. Daisy to me can't really fight. So I don't even know, but like the way that she had Daisy ass leaking, it was like boom, 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 like straight shot. So that would have been a good ass fucking fight. No cap. But yeah, child. So Joseline, her and her team, they lead the stage, right? They haul ass leaving the stage, and so the bad girls like. And one thing I didn't like about the situation, it seemed like the security was holding the baddies back. Okay, it's like Joseline's girls were able to do whatever the fuck they wanted to do, and the security guards were more focused on holding the bad girls. Like I seen Natalie being restrained the whole fucking time. Most of the other girls were being restrained, but Jayla couldn't even get her fucking licks in because she was being restrained. I really don't like that. I don't think that was fair, especially since Joseline had started the fight, right? Yeah, child, that was crazy. So Johnson's girls, they holler as they leave the stage, they go backstage, right? So I noticed that Danny ass, her ass was like fucking leaking. I don't know who the fuck hit her, knocked her ass out, but she was leaking. And yeah, so Joseline gave all her girls like these shirts to put on. Now they blurred out the shirts, but I have a good feeling that those shirts was pictures of Natalie OnlyFans, okay? Because Joseline is petty. She's a petty creature, okay? Rolly, on the other hand, Rolly was highly fucking upset. I've never seen Rolly spaz out like that, but I guarantee it, she spazzed out because it's like, I think that's the first time Rolly, be honest, I really think that's the first time Rolly just got her ass whooped. Like, because those girls, she got jumped and they whooped her ass, okay? And I think that's the first time that I really seen Rolly, like, get her ass whooped like that. So, homegirl, I've never seen her wild out, but that's just to show you. But yeah, child, Nick went from looking stressed out, he went looking excited. He had a lot of moments of looking stressed the fuck out. Like, I don't know, child. What I will say, though, as entertained as I was, because it was a lot going on, so I did find it entertaining. Quite frankly, I don't know how they're going to continue with this whole Bad versus Wild situation. Like, I don't know how they're going to go about continuing with the show, because it just seems to me, that everything was just unorganized and crazy and wild. I don't know if they give these cast members, the participants of the show, I don't know if they gave the girls a set of rules to follow or something, but I think that they need to have a lot more structure, because this could have potentially been a very good episode, and I think that it was squandered away with all of the fighting and all of the necessary BS. Like, even before the fighting started, there was a lot of back and forth and a lot of disruption or whatever from Joseline, from Tasheki, from, Joseline and Tasheki were, to me, were the two most annoying aspects. Them two were more disruptive than anything. But I think that this show has so much potential. It has potential. I'm wondering how they're going to just go about it from this point on. I mean, obviously episode 1 was a shit show. And that's another thing too. I've seen the clips going viral. The clips circulating, and I could have sworn that I saw that there was a fight with Taseki and T-Love. Well, we didn't see that on the show, so I don't know. Child, I don't know. But yeah, it was a lot. And so, Glorilla ended it with another performance. And speaking of that, I heard that there was some drama that took place. I heard that, Glorilla dancers and everything got into it with Taseki and some of the baddies, okay? So I'm wondering what went down with all of that, child. But that's a whole nother video. But yeah, so guys, just let me know what you thought about episode 1 of Bad versus Wild. Do you guys like the episode? Did you like it? Quite frankly, to me, it was a waste of time. But like I say, I mean, just the drama itself was okay. It was interesting, but the show, if you wanted to watch a show, well, I mean, a full game show, then that's not what they gave. Okay. But yeah, child, moving on.